It's that time. It's 12 o'clock, and we're going to check in with the president, David Chartrand, just letting him know that Josh, our guest, is still here. So he wanted to say hello and figures you might know his grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, so you got Josh, his audio rentals, PA systems, and rentals and events.
You bet.
Yeah, and how's that business going, Josh?
So far, so good, I'd have to say. I was going to say I was wanting to shout out LRCC for the help that I got.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. But I always like to hear that stuff, that LRCCs, and also the METO and other of our economic arms are making a difference with people. So that tells me we're in the right pathway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm a great example of it working.
Well, that's excellent news.
Well, I hope you celebrated your birthday really good this week.
Well, I was quite proud to see so many happy birthdays in the website at the Federation. It was hundreds upon hundreds in them, and I was quite taken by it, and a little touch for sure. And I felt loved. So it was good to see so many. I read a lot of the birthday greetings and personal messages, and so it was nice. I think all those people that sent happy birthday took the time and sent their message to me, and it meant a lot to me, to be honest with you. So whoever I can't name every one of them. There's hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds. So I was very, very proud of that, and it just really touched me because a lot of it was on a personal note, and so I really felt that people see the work we do, see the contributions we give, and the investment we make with our own personal lives to make a difference for the people. And of course, I don't do this alone. I got cabinet and I got hardworking staff, and we've got so many impacts everywhere today, from where we were to where we are now, and where we're still going to be in the future. So again, 65 only comes once, and I hope I hit the three-quarter century, 75.
and beyond.
That's the next goal, 75. Not that I'll be in election to be a politician by then, but I don't know. Like, given my health situation, I'm still feeling very good. Feel a lot of energy, and so I think when the good Lord tells me the messages and warns me a little bit more that it's time for me to go into the pasture, I'll have to make my plans on that. But right now, I still feel ready to take on anybody on fighting for our rights. So, So speaking of taking on anybody, actually what I'm doing, I'm actually in Toronto right now, and that's what I'm fighting for right now. We have a lawsuit that was made by the Métis National Council, and of course it's against the Manitoba Federation, myself, and of course the staff. I given awarded contracts to while I was working there, and even though we did all of this work, this was so crazy about this thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows in my cabinet, my people, that they were starting to get a little bit of concerned, or were not happy that I was spending so much time helping the Métis National Council when I could be doing more for my people at home. Mm-hmm. And so, but I advise everybody, including my cabinet, the work I do out there will transcend, and we'll also get that back home. So exactly that's what happened when we negotiated. I was the lead on the negotiation again with all these consultants that worked hard, like Mark and John Weinstein, Wei Shi, and all of them. They're just Wenda. There's so many of them that worked so hard, and we ended up negotiating $3.2 billion for our people, mm-hmm. from education to housing to childcare, on and on and on. And after all, I did all that, and even though, as I said, my cabinet was starting to say, look, you should spend more time back home instead of in Ottawa helping them when they don't even appreciate your work. Mm. And which is true, because not one of them ever said thank you. And even though most of them, like Alberta, got over over $500 million, and so did Saskatchewan. Mm. And today they're enjoying the hard work we did and getting to achieving that. So, but what's sad about all that is that, first of all, there was never a thank you. That one bothered me. There was never a thank you from any one of those presidents. But then they take us to court,
right,
saying that I gave contracts to these contractors without their permission. And these contractors are there, some of them, for 30 years. So then they took us on that we signed, MMF bought a building in 2011. They rented from us for all those years. And all of a sudden, it's a conflict of interest. That LRCC is part of the MF, and you should have been, it's a conflict. You're selling your own business. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So that's what they're taking us to court on now, saying that MMF was benefiting from the support that we were negotiating on contracts, and that they should have approved them personally before they were done, which that wasn't the practices. I was the minister, the president had authority to sign contracts, so did I, according to the practices we've always done. But then the guys think, and really what it is, I'll tell you in a nutshell. It's not about that. It's not about the contract with the lease, the 2011 lease that they rented from us in the building. Because why wouldn't they take us to court in 2012, 2013, 14, whenever, 15? They take us to court in 2022, 21. So it's unbelievable. That's over 10, 11 years later. So really, they're saying it's a personal benefit to me as a president, and for the MMF, it's a benefit. So it is absolutely a bunch of lies. But what they were trying to do, of course, is I was holding Ontario accountable, and they were bringing all these people in that aren't Métis, which we've proved. It's a proven fact now today that we were right. And so they wanted to punish us, and that's why they took us to court. And so they wanted to hurt my name. They wanted to hurt the MMF. And so we'll beat them in court, trust me. You should have seen the cross-examination by our lawyers. Because it's a lie on their side, they couldn't defend that lie. They're caught lying here, they're caught lying there, basically purging documents. The statement of claims they were making were not factual. Our lawyers proved it in court. So but it's a waste of money, a waste of time. And what's even worse, there's nobody left at MNC. Just MNA, which is Audrey Patra, and now Sandy, Andrea, somebody, I don't even know her. And then the other one is Ontario, Margaret Fro. There's only two of them left. Saskatchewan pulled out, BC pulled out, we pulled out, and those two ladies are still taking us to court on a vengeance. So Audrey Patra was our key witness, and she was torn apart in court. She was proven again that the scorched shirt policy that he uses as an attempt to hurt the federation is a bunch of baloney. So, anyways, but it makes me stay in Toronto. My entire holidays are destroyed. My break to get a little bit of a break is gone, and so really I'm stuck here in Toronto for another 2 weeks, and then I'll be coming home. And I tell you, it'll be a long time. I hope I don't leave Winnipeg again for a while, or Manitoba. I've been gone too long, and I'm actually lonesome to come home. So a lot of people might be excited to be out in a big city like Toronto, but not me. I want to go back to Winnipeg. Yeah. So anyways, but that's what I'm dealing with out here. So I still got a meeting with the lawyers all week, even this weekend. I'm meeting with the lawyers, and then we're getting ready because I'll be on a stand for about 5 or 6 days. They're gonna cross-examine me, and hopefully, they're gonna try to say, well, we could twist his words a little bit here, a little bit there. Let them try. Anyways, it'll go well. I have no doubt by mine. I think the judge has already seen the evidence before her, and I think she's truly recognizing that, okay, this doesn't sound right at all. There's something wrong with this picture, and we still got to go for the rest of the trial will be over in March, so that's a little bit of a ways yet to go through.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I know. So we'll get there, but it's good to see. I understand I miss Kevin Chief, and WASAC's having some kind of a good event coming on, and they're going to honor our great hero, of course, Ray St. Germain.
Yes.
Who's probably singing out there in the good Lord. Maybe Riel's asking a dedication to a certain song. You never know what's going on up there in that other world. I'm sure my mom's listening up there. She's probably just smiling because she loves Ray St. Germain's voice. So, again, we have birthdays to quite a bit of them. Okay. I'm going to get through to some of them. I'm actually at a noisy place here. I hope it's not coming through the sound system. No. Okay, excellent. I just got to go through my email birthdays here. While you go through your email, Krista Ray's going to be on the program tomorrow night at the game. She's going to sing the anthem. We got Jason Lapines who's going to be performing. We've got Morgan Grace who's going to be performing fiddle. We've got Katie St. Germain's doing the tribute to Ray St. Germain. Wow. And it was all just announced live here on the radio this morning. Nobody knew the Métis lineup until now. Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, excellent. It was nice. Oh, it sounds like there's going to be a hell of a party going on there. Yeah. Yeah. And Ray's he's been a fortunate man, too, with his family and his children, his grandchildren, all being entertainers and having such beautiful voices, each and every one of them. So it's good to see that how families carry through their continued tradition. That's why even today people might think, what the hell is he talking about that for? Like when I named my granddaughter, my daughter was trying to name her some fancy name and names I'd never heard of in my life. And I said, no, you're going to name her after mom. Yeah. My mom is Martha. You're going to name her Martha. That's the name she's going to have. Then she took on her dad's mom's name also, and then my daughter's mom's name. So she has all three names.
Oh, wow.
So now she has to honor those names.
That's why she's such a powerful young lady.
Yes, actually, she's involved in politics already. She works for Billy Cross, and she's talking like she has to go work. She's here in Toronto. She came here for my birthday, and
that's awesome.
So she's going home Sunday, but she has to go to work. She said, on Monday I have to go to work. I got to work for Billy. She works for Billy Cross.
Okay.
So she's getting herself some experience and working with side by side by a politician.
Awesome.
And probably she's warming herself up. Never know. Maybe one day she'll honor me and become a president.
I was going to say she's been beside a politician her entire life.
Well, I think I could maybe, and she's going to law school. That's her plan.
Oh, that's amazing.
So she's got some definitely a good vision right now where she wants to be, and I do hope that she does come back and get her degree. And never, like Mom said, so my mom said, make very clear to me, don't you ever forget where you come from.
Yeah.
And basically who you are. So I've never forgotten that. I don't have my nose in the air and snotty because I got a good job or I've done very well for myself. Nah, I'm just plain old me. Yeah. Always will be. So, but happy birthdays are going to go out first to Dr. Hunter Goodon, and that's, of course, Will Goodon, Kelly's son.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him myself, too, because I actually was there when he had cancer. I
remember that.
When he had cancer, he was about 5 years old or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And and that's when actually Will was accepted into Harvard. Will was going to go to Harvard.
Yeah.
And he stopped all that and had to, of course, spend the rest of his time trying to make sure his son would find hope and find a way to cure his cancer. And the good Lord decided, you're going to stay down there. You're not going to come up yet. I think we need you on this planet a little longer. So actually, Dr. Hunter Goodon now, actually, he devoted his life to cancer children. So that's where he's going to be his primary purpose of a doctor.
Wow.
And he's a full doctor now, full-fledged doctor. And I'm very, very proud of him. He's 27 years old, a young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a very, very smart man.
Amazing.
And I'm sure he gets that from his mom. I don't think about this.
I think you're right. Just kidding, Will. Just kidding.
I'm sure Will's listening to me right now.
I know.
Actually, a little bit off on a more serious side on this side. Will's older sister had a heart attack
and
a stroke. Yeah, he was at the hospital last night. I was talking to him. And so, but he's thinking that there could be some good signs in the messages coming from his sister's reaction and so forth. So, because they're quite worried that she might not be coming back. So last night he told me there was a movement of her arms and different things were occurring, which gives them hope that she'll be coming around soon and coming back. So again, good well wishes to you, Will, and your family, of course. And prayers go to your older sister. On another birthday, happy 7th birthday is going to Journey Danielson of Cranberry Portage, as Ken and Gail Danielson's baby girl, who they have been raising. Of course, Ken, he calls you all the time, and Gail. But Ken and them, I give kudos to them. Ken's age and everything. He's still loves his kids, and this Journey is definitely somebody they truly fell in love with, and has told her grandparents they're raising her, and she's going to have her birthday on January 25th. So again, happy 7th birthday, Journey. If you're listening, I'm sure Kenny's listening to the show, and Journey, again, big happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
And I'd ask Cabo to sing, but his voice is no good. So happy 50th birthday is going to Kevin Junite. In fact, it's on Sunday, January 26th. And Richard, his brother, I don't know what my sister and them were doing that because they're, I think, a year apart. But his birthday, Kevin's on Sunday, January 26th. Richard was on the 24th.
Oh.
So 2 days apart, 1 year apart. Because Richard is 51 and Kevin now is turning 50. So happy 19th birthday is going to Emmett Gillespie, Desiree and Sean Gillespie's son. We're celebrating his birthday on January 29th. And a happy 18th birthday is going to Reese Vincent, Tanya and Martin Vincent's son, and who's celebrating his birthday on Thursday, January 30th. Also, I want to make sure, if you can, on the gospel tune that you're playing next, make sure you send one to the Fleury family, the loss of Eugene Fleury. Eugene was a long-time church person of the Toulon Métis local. He worked so hard all these years, and when there was no money, there was nothing, he always was there to try to help out any way he can to make the federation stronger. And he always pushed his local. He's a very proud chairman of the local of Toulon. And he celebrated Canada Day. Of course, he celebrated other Métis Day. But he was somebody who was so proud. I could still close my eyes and see his mustache and his nice white and kind of blackly silver hair. But Eugene was a hard-working man who fought so hard for recognition of Métis and the pride of the Métis culture. So, again, I want to make it very clear. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family during this difficult time. The family will be planning a celebration of life this summer, and I hope I'm here. I want to be there. If I'm here, I'm definitely going to be going and say goodbye to my friend. And again, as I said, he did the tractor pull, Canada Day parades, and many events throughout the Toulon, and he's well known in the community. So to your family, Eugene, I know you hear me up there, and take the time to go look for some of these politicians that you wanted to give shit to. You have a chance up there now to catch them up. They can't get away from you. So, anyways, I thought it would be important to reference Eugene because he's so hard. Sure. Yeah, he was. You know Eugene, huh? You went to some of the events.
Yeah, I went to.
Yeah. His daughter's family kept it up going after, and so anyway, so that's something I just think we don't pay enough tribute to a lot of these people that are hard-working local people that make a difference, and people don't realize the difference it does make in the long run. Look at the Leaf Rapids in 1979. I believe it was Leaf Rapids. Through the bingo, they had a very positive earnings in their bingo, and they did $10,000 at that time to start the MMF land claim case.
Oh, okay.
So that's in 1979. So when you look at that, and today we won the case, and of course in 2013 in May 2013 we won that case, and it took us 32 years in the court. And like even my brother, his contribution, finding ways to raise money, it was so hard. A lot of times we thought we would make it. I think the government of Canada was hoping we'd fail through not having enough money to continue the case, and because we had to pay for it ourselves, and of course we had no money then. And but my brother was Minister of Finance, was able to help us in our leadership to find ways to find the money to make sure we pay our lawyers, make sure we never let this case drop, because one day it's going to have the benefits of return. So, in fact, that's one of the things I'm raising. I just met the minister a couple of days ago. We had a meeting here in Toronto, and I'll probably see him next week again. We've had some discussions about, look, your guys are now prorogued, and for people saying, what the hell's prorogue? Prorogue is where they don't go back into Parliament until I think March 24th. So Parliament will not resume. And at that time, what it does mean is that, but however, the unfortunate thing, there'll be no new legislation brought in. So our treaty's stuck in there somewhere right now. But the land claim, that really would only require a cabinet approval. So I've asked the minister and also Mark Miller. I had a chance to talk to him the other day, another minister, that to set up a meeting with Trudeau so we can. He made a promise he'd settle our land claim this term. So it doesn't need any type of legislation to do that. So I'm going to definitely be pushing him hard before he does leave on March 24th and a new leader is chosen. And at that time, I want to make sure that if there's a possibility of getting our claim settled, or at least the beginning of that settlement, and because it'll change the people's lives. You just imagine all the inner money I talked about, we were able to negotiate. Look at the housing. With 1,200 families bought their houses because of that, our success. We got 2,000 kids in university that we're funding because of our success. We opened 9 child care centers, and we're going to open about 6, 7 more. So, and we're going to hire over 1,000 Métis people or 1,000 child care workers. So that's because of that success. So imagine if we have the ability to get more of those resources that belong to us, how many lives we'll be able to change throughout. And so these are important aspects of how I think, anyway, and how my cabinet thinks these agreements are so fundamentally important, and it's a difference it makes to the people. So at the end of the day, the smallest of programs that make such a big difference, giving free wood to our senior citizens, or mothers that are burning firewood that still want a traditional way of heating their house. That makes a difference, because people think, wow, how many people is that? There's a lot of families. There's over 400 families that still use firewood. And so that's a lot of people. So when you start looking at those families, they're so appreciative of the smallest things, just as for a load of firewood. Mm-hmm. So our people have always been that way, and I'm very proud of our people. And same thing with the good news we're hearing back on the child special allowance money, the checks that are going out. The young adults now today are so pleased and ecstatic about the issue of having their repayment of their child allowance money given back to them.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, they don't just say, about time or anything. They actually are so appreciative. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it just shows the way their parents have been able to be, and our culture has been able to show them the way that we always show respect, and we always try to take care of our families and take care of our community. Now, we do have some problems in child and family right now, and Zach and the rest of the team, of course, Mona Beers, my minister, is working hard at this. There's still discussion of the strike coming into reality for our child care workers, and I can't blame them. I said on the show already, they're underpaid versus what the general authority, which I'll say the non-Indigenous child welfare agencies paid, versus what we're paid. So, and then the First Nations have federal funds, which we don't have. So we don't have the highest paying. We'd still pay good, but they're lesser than everybody else is getting, because we don't have the same luxury of supports as the non-Indigenous government has, and as the First Nation government has through federal funds. So, but there's talk, if this continues and the strike happens, and if we don't get new revenue in there, we could see up to 100 people being laid off. Mm-hmm. How can we do that to it? I think we have 400 or 500 childcare workers in our system, at 400 maybe. But when you look at it, how can we lose 100 people, lay them off because we can't pay them? Who's going to watch the kids?
Right.
You're putting children at risk, so children can die. So we're making it very clear there could be big accidents, there could be big issues. So we're making it very clear to Naomi Fontaine and the government, they need to act on this. They inherited this, they didn't cause it, but definitely they inherited what Palliser left behind, and now they got to fix it. If that means putting money in, a small deficit still occurs in this country, in our province, then so be it. Because children's protection must be pivotal to everybody, every society. So from our perspective, we need to make sure that the government of the new government, of course, still new, NDP understand this and find the resources to make sure our staff are paid properly, and at the same time, there's no layoffs. Yeah. It cannot take a chance, you can't take a risk and hope that some federal candidate will come on board and save the day. I don't, right now, federal Canada is only worried about an election right now more than anything. So, on all parties, not just the Liberals, NDP, the Conservatives, the Green Party, all of them, their focus right now is on the upcoming election. So when you look at the challenges we do face, we're still in a very good position. Sorry, I just took a shot of water. We haven't lost our position anywhere in the context. We're still, have about 1,400 employees and are serving our people so well. And, we still got to watch. If the federal election comes in, will it change the end result? If a new government comes in, will they start cutting off programs? Will they start cutting off services? Mm-hmm. And what does that mean to our employees? So that's one of the things, of course, I have big concerns of, and I'm watching very carefully. But at the end of the day, MMF is in a solid position and will continue to be in a solid position as we move forward. So with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye. And I said I'm in a mall here. I'm spoiling my granddaughter because she came to spoil me. So she's going back. She's going back home tomorrow and take her to the airport. And then I still got to stay here for another couple of weeks. And then hopefully I can come home and stay home for a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, to you, if you're still there, Josh, it was nice to hear you. Nice to hear your business is going well. And I'm very proud that L'Oreal Capital Corporation was there to help you. And to all those businesses out there, LRCC has done its best. We're losing Paul. Let's not forget that. Paul Paraday is retiring.
That's right.
We're losing a very, very smart businessman. We have achieved many, many awards at the L'Oreal Capital Corporation because of Paul's leadership. And he'll be sadly missed on his retirement. But I'm sure if we need him, we'll just call him and I'm sure he'll be there. But still, he needs to have this time too with his family. And again, it's unfortunate I miss Kevin Chief, and but I know he's always out doing something in the community. So
Yes.
so yeah, hey, somewhere all the time. So Naomi, take care, Naomi, and thank you, Cowboy, for finding me. And I'll talk to you guys next Saturday. As I said, most of the stuff I'll still be having meetings and so forth here in Zoom and other places, but I have to stay here for his damn court cases.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and after we win, I don't know what we're going to do with those people because that is unbelievable what they're doing to us. But it's and then we still got the other lawsuits you read in the paper. Dakota is still suing not only us, but they're also taking on Treaty 1 and Treaty 2, saying that they're here before Treaty 1 and Treaty 2. They're here before the Creed, or here before the Ojibwe is what they're saying. And we're saying that's absolutely not true. And so we'll be challenging and fighting them in court, and they're starting to take us on our treaty. They're saying their treaty should come first. I don't even believe they should have a treaty. Go to the United States and get your treaty. You want to start getting into that kind of hostile environment because this is exactly what you're doing to us, then I'll come back, and these are the comments you're going to hear from me, and here's the positions I'll be taking publicly against the Sioux that are taking us on. Like, I cannot believe that they're doing this. They should be saying, well, how did you guys achieve it? Is there any way you can help us? Is there something we can do together? How can we stand together? All of these things, instead of saying, no, your treaty shouldn't be allowed. Our treaty should come first, including Treaty 1 should be gone. Treaty 2 should not have no rights beyond us because we have first right here in Winnipeg and the Forks and the surrounding area. Absolutely not true. But we'll prove that in court.
yeah.
But again, another court case, you know, like, it's unbelievable.
It is.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.
Okay. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.